Okay, so today's review is going to be on Thor the Dark World. I'm doing an MCU rewatch slash review, so there should be more MCU reviews above and below this. If you want to watch those, let's go ahead and get into Thor the Dark World. I think everybody that has seen this movie knows this movie does not deserve longer than a 5 minute video, for being honest. And I got something in my eye, apparently. We're going to move on. Um, Plot 7-0. Um, Malekith and the Dark Elves, like, I got an idea. Let's make the villain not speak English. Let's make like, what are we doing? Like, I feel like they had like a good start with like Loki in the first movie, and it was like, oh, I can get into this, and then it's just like, oh, what he's trying to Malekith is trying to return the universe to darkness because he's a dark elf and he likes the dark. What are we doing? What are we doing? Yeah, 7. That's generous. That's generous. Dialogue 7 flat. Uh, it's just exposition the entire time, basically about explaining what's going on, and then they cut to Jane Foster, and she's like, "Meh, meh, 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 I'm smart," and I like Natalie Portman, but they really made her like, I don't know. I feel like this they had a great cast, if we're being honest. They have a great cast of actors. They have Chris Hemsworth, who's like, I think he's good. I think he's like fine. They've got Tom Hiddleston, phenomenal. They've got Natalie Portman, phenomenal. They've got Anthony Hopkins, phenomenal. They've even got, is Idris Elba in this movie? I can't remember if Heimdall's in this movie or not. Stellan Skarsgård, phenomenal. Um, like, that's the thing, dude. It's just like, why did you make this slop with these good actors with an MCU budget with the Thor branding? You could have done so much, and you did this. That's how this movie is to me. Um, anyway, yeah, dialogue. It's mush. It's outside of the Frigga and Loki and Odin. Honestly, everything on Asgard is pretty fine. When you get to Earth and elsewhere, it gets pretty bad. Uh, Keep it on Asgard. Keep all the Thor movies on Asgard. Acting 7-3. The heavy lifting in this movie is done by Tom Hiddleston. And the Frigga situation. Outside of that, again, Chris Hemsworth is like not really notable in this movie. Natalie Portman is probably the second best actor slash actress in this movie as far as performance goes. Anthony Hopkins comes in with a close third, but again, I don't think the dialogue gave them a lot to work with. So that 7-3, I don't know how much I'm judging them for it. Cinematography 7-6. Yeah, you made a movie that was slightly better than average looking with a massive budget and a very cool like IP to play with. So yeah, congratulations, you barely scratched a C plus. Good job. Um, Soundtrack 8. This is one thing I can compliment because you can tell a movie's got a good soundtrack when college bands start playing it. That's what you got to look out for, is when the college bands start playing it. And the theme of Loki finding out, spoiler, uh, the theme of Loki finding out that Frigga has died and him going through the grieving process, that theme is phenomenal. The outside theme for the entire movie, it's like it's like okay, but that theme specifically takes it from a 7.5 to an 8. Just that theme alone. And every time college bands play it when I'm watching college football, I'm like, hey, I like that song. And that's the best thing that comes out of this movie, if we're being honest. It's a soundtrack. All right, comedy 7.5, bland. World building 7.9. I mean, it introduces a Infinity Stone, so like, that's good. Character 7.3. Again, very disappointing considering the actors playing these like notable characters. Action 7 flat. I mean, Thor's action's a little tough, I feel like, because it's probably like a lot of CGI stuff. It's a lot of him tossing people extreme amounts of like extreme distances, maybe is what I'll go with there. It's him flying. It's hard action to pull off, I think. But still, it's not great. So 7. Yeah. Details 6.5. This movie was made to explain why the reality stone exists. They made an entire movie just to explain that the reality stone exists, and I think that held down this movie a decent amount. So yeah, the detail that they tried to include, I think, is pretty lame. All right, total rating 7.1. Very generous rating, I think. But at the end of the day, I've seen worse, and this is not as bad as those other worst movies. I may have went a little hard on it, but it's just because I hate seeing these big MCU budgets wasted on slop, especially with good actors. But yeah, tell me what you guys think about my review of Thor: The Dark World, and yeah, just let me know in the comments. I'm sure most of you will agree with me. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and peace.